Hello everyone, welcome to CCA live webinar. In this webinar, I'm going to discuss the latest migration trends and some latest news and importance of the trade courses and the migration pathway after doing a trade course, or if you're already working in a trade sector. So before going to start this webinar, I'm going to give you some latest update. The first news is 189 invitation round. So Department of Home Affairs announced that they're going to conduct next financial year 2026-2027 first 189 invitation round on 30th of September 2026. They won they gave us sufficient time to the eligible applicant so that applicants can update their EOI before this invitation round. It is not very surprising news or big news as you can see on the social media, but the reason is they announced this invitation round quite early as compared to the previous financial. Even they're going to do this invitation round 1.5 months later compared to the last financial year. Last year they done this invitation round in August 2025, and this time they're going to end of September, 30th of September of 2026. So it's better all eligible applicant who waiting for 189 invitations, and please update your EOI accordingly before this invitation round. And second news is from CECA, so Career Education Consultancy in Australia, going to have a Migration and Education Expo on 1st of July 2026 at the Melbourne CECA office. They are also going to conduct this expo at Sydney office as well tomorrow 25th of June 2026, and next in Melbourne office it will be on 1st of July 2026. So if you are international student or a temporary visa holder and feeling unsure about your next pathway, I personally attending this seminar and CCA Melbourne office and give answer to all your queries, and all this migration advice and answer to your queries will be free of cost. And we answering queries like what is the permanent residency pathway for you. I would like to settle in Australia, so I am on TR or I am on the student visa which going to expire. What next visa pathway for me? How to improve the chances of getting PR invitation in the next invitation rounds, and can I include my partner, my family members on my visa, and which state nomination pathway I am eligible for. So we will answer all such queries on this expo. So if you having such sort of queries or any query related to education as well, our education counselor would be there. So this event is for you, and we also going to introduce some lucky draw and prizes as well. So please register in advance. Please go to our website and register for this event. And because it on this the places are limited, it's not open as you come in, so it's better to register first, and that registration will lead you for the lucky draw as well. So please visit Melbourne office on 1st of July, or you can visit if you are in New South Wales, can visit Sydney office tomorrow on 25th of June. So these are the news from Department of Home Affairs and from Career Education Consultancy about their expo program. So let's I'm going to begin the webinar today, which is on trade courses and possible visa pathways. So I'm going to discuss the latest migration planning allocation priority for the onshore setting, complete calculation breakdowns and for the massive regional study advantages, and importance of TRA for the trade occupations, and the CRI course package course strategy, and the graduate subclass visa 485 planning, and PR pathways after that. So I'm going to discuss all these things in this webinar today, so please stay tuned. Uh, so Australian government current setting aggressively prioritize onshore applicants for next financial year, and who currently living, studying and working in Australia, especially in the regional area. I'm sorry. Uh, and recently, the Australian government announced a 85.2 million funding to trade recognition in Australia to speed up their process, and to do the skill assessments, and help onshore applicants to proceed for permanent residency or employer sponsored visas, because it is the mandatory steps from the trade recognition Australia to assess their qualification and work experience. So now you can see that when Australian government funding to some company or some organization, it means they're going to prioritize uh, uh, their work for Australian economy. And from the last two financial year, we can see that a lot of invitation we're getting for trade occupations, and now getting more funding for trade recognition Australia. So it means as long as this government, Albanese government would be there in Australia, they will keep on prioritizing the trade occupations. And currently there are still 2 years left for this government, and if they elected again, but not still, at least the 2 years are there when trade sector will be highly prioritized. So if you are looking for the trade courses, or you working in the trade sector, so this is the right time for you to get the permanent settlement in Australia. So if we can see the stat from the Australian government, the permanent planning level are locked at 185,000 places for skill migration, and they split it between 70-30 ratio. It means the 70% seat will be allocated to the onshore candidate, which is a good step for the onshore people who are already living, working, residing in Australia already. And remaining 30%, 20 to 30% quota will be reserved for the offshore candidate. If they find better candidate with better experience from offshore, they will consider within this limit. Otherwise, they will give more priority to the offshore applicants this time. So, which is a great news for onshore applicants. And out of this 185,000, 129,590 places are reserved, which is, I said, the almost 70 to 71% of the total seats allocation. And out of this, 58,040 places are allocated for employer sponsored visas, and 21,090 places for 189. So this, which is an increase of 5,000 from the last financial year. In the last financial year, 17,000 seats were allocated, but in the next financial year, so they're going to allocate 2190 places. It is, I always say that whatever information you get, it is not the 100%, because Australian migration law and policy can be updated anytime. I give you one example. In the last year, the government said they will allocate almost 17,000 places for 189 invitation, but they invited in August 10,000 and rest of 7,000 in the November invitation round. Then how come it would be possible to invite another 10,000 in my invitation round? So they can means they can update anytime. You can't rely on the stat what you get. So this allocation could change any time or could stay stable throughout the financial year. So it's a best of luck to everyone. So the next financial year is going to be better for the onshore applicants, that's sure. And the importance of trade occupation as I said in this labor government, so they continue to prioritize the trade occupations in their next financial years as well. The reason for this demand is basically because of infrastructure, the housing crisis, and demand for more infrastructure then trigger long-term trade shortages. So that's why trade occupation in demand. Another uh, factor is highly competitive point flows. The ceiling for professional occupations like IT occupation, accountants, or other professional engineering occupations, the point ceiling reaches to 90 to 100 points. But trade applicant continuously getting invitation and on highly accessible point level from 65 to 70 75 points. We have seen the last financial year we got the invitation in trade occupations. Otherwise most of other occupation they got invitation from 80 and 80 plus points or higher. uh, Unwavering, next step is unwavering seat stability. So all these trade occupations are in MLT SSL list, which is a medium and long term strategic list providing outstanding protection against sudden policy adjustment. So in other occupation leagues like short-term occupation leagues or regional occupation leagues, they could change time to time, but the occupation in medium and long-term strategic list means they will keep on continue for a long period of time. And another one is federal priority focus. So Department of Home Affairs directly instruct processing unit to prioritize local vocational trade practitioners. So always time to time Department of Home Affairs they give priority to the regional applicants who living and working in regional area, or who are working in the trade sector, in the construction sector, so they continues to prioritize. Now the next step is how to calculate or increase the point for next invitation rounds. So usually you know that points are calculated on the basis of A's, your English language skills, Australian study, regional study, or skill partner. So out of which you can increase your points by having the superior English, by having the regional study. So if you're going to do the study, try to focus if you can do in the regional area. Basically out of Melbourne, Sydney, Brisbane, so all Australia is considered to be the designated regional area. So if you study anywhere elsewhere out of these major cities, so you can have the benefit of this. You will have extra regional study points when you, for example, if you study in South Australia anywhere, Adelaide, Western Australia anywhere, so you will get extra regional 5 points that will a extra boost to your point scales and maximize the chances of invitations. Uh, Similarly, the English language, so you can repeat your English language test. If you are not meeting 7 each or 8 is, at least you claim 10 to 20 points, maximum 20 you can claim. So these are the things you can that's how you can increase your points, and it is quite very important, especially the English language. Either you are on higher score but you are only having competent English, so uh, you will not get the priority compared to the other applicant. He having the less point of view but he is having superior English, so he will have the more chances of getting the invitation. So English language is very very important when deciding the invitation by the Australian government or Department of Home Affairs. And for the state nomination, if you're going to apply 491 visa, which is a regional sponsor uh, regional sponsor provisional visa. So for this state nomination, you get extra 15 points, which is the big boost. 5 point I already discussed, you can get the regional study, and 15 point you will get for the 491 invitation. So altogether it is 20 point you will get, and those people who studied in Australia, so they already get 5 points for the Australia to complete the Australian study requirements. So total 25 point it will give you the boost as compared to the people sitting offshore and try to applying in the same sector or same occupation. Uh, so this screen that show you the major regional area. As I said, only the metropolitan Sydney, Melbourne and Brisbane are excluded from the regional definition, and the rest of Australia is fully open and considered a designated regional area. If you complete 2 year of qualification in this designated regional area, get 5 points plus regional study 5 points plus regional state nomination 15 points, so 25 points as you can see on the screen, which give you a big boost if you go under this category. And these are the main visa subclasses, 189, 190, 491. So out of which 189, 190 is the permanent visas, 491 is the provisional regional visa granted for 5 years but can lead to permanent residency after 3 years. You have to meet certain requirements, the tax requirements also are in those 3 years, and if you're meeting and living, working in regional area, you'll be eligible for the permanent residency after 3 years. And on the screen you can see that all these construction workers in the this is just example, like carpenter, joiner, electrician, plumber, bricklayer, painter, wall floor tilers. So all these trade occupations were highly prioritized in the last financial year. Moreover, the automotive industries, automotive technician, automatic mechanics, automotive electricians, however chef, commercial cooks, welder, metal fabricators, so they all trade person are including on MLT SSL list and having the priority occupations. And the more another benefit of these trade occupations is the employer sponsorship pathway also open for this and easily to achieve for these occupations. And in order to be eligible for the TR, definitely you need to have Australian study requirements, which is 2 year of study, you can say 92 weeks of study, and it could be a package study or a single degree, for example a bachelor or master qualification, or it could be a combination of trade qualification like certificate 3, 4, diploma, but has to be in the relevant sector. And it has to be a physical study. Physically, you have to be physically present in Australia to complete those 92 weeks. Only then you'll be eligible for TR. And if you have any other queries, so this is all about these trade importance of trade courses, the visa pathway availables, and latest update. So if you still have any query and you would like to know about your visa pathways, any doubt you have relating to your migration pathway, so you can contact us directly on info@cca.com.au, or directly you can contact me in the CCA Melbourne office, or my contact number 0451369851. And again at the end I'm going to tell you that don't miss that Migration and Education Expo we are going to conduct on 1st of July 2026 in our Melbourne office. So we will answer all your queries. Thank you so much. Thanks for today.